While you're analyzing the plumes from these two nuclear plants, you may want to use a tool that's in the 3D Analyst extension titled Profile Graph, or the Profile Graph tool. I'll show you just quickly how that might be used. You can see the plumes here are fairly well defined by this particular view. I'm using stretched and using a different color scheme here that really sets that out, where you can see them fairly clearly, going out into the Pacific Ocean. And so to use this, you need to first make sure that your 3D Analyst extension is turned on. You can see mine is checked on here. It always is. And you also need to use the 3D Analyst toolbar, which I'm going to go ahead and open. You can see it here, and I'll just leave it out here for the moment so that we can see it working. There's a lot of really useful tools on here, and you may want to explore this and see how some of these are used. And we will use the 3D Analyst a bit this term, but I certainly use it in my Intro GIS class, and you may have used it in yours as well. But the first way that you do this, the first thing that you do is you will interpolate a line that defines the line that you're going to use to create a profile. So the profile is going to be created from the values, the actual BVs or digital numbers in the thermal layer, in this channel 6 layer that we're analyzing in this activity. So I'm going to interpolate a line. You'll see I'll digitize a line here right out from very near where the plume begins. And I'm going to use a mostly straight line, and I want to get out here, out to where the ambient water is. And then when you look back at your toolbar, you'll see that there is a new tool that's become available when you created that line called Profile Graph. And I'm going to create a profile graph, and you can see here's the graph. This is where it starts, right up in this part. It starts here, and you can see the values are up near 135, and they drop off, in a fairly slow fashion, and they start to level out here, at about 125, 124. So it looks like this is about the ambient temperature. You can see it's even dropping a bit more, maybe down to 124, or even less, as we move out into the cooler water. So, this could be quite useful, and you can actually take a measuring tool, and mine's set up to measure in meters. And if you look along the line, you can see there's about 10,000 meters right there. So you get a sense for where the values on the line on this graph are as you move along the line. There's the full extent of the line. It's about 18 kilometers out. That's quite a ways out into the ocean. These are really substantial plumes, you might say. So this is a great tool, and I recommend that you maybe try to use it a bit while you're working with these plumes. I think it's quite useful in this particular application.